So we got a new Sonic, and it's pretty exciting. I picked it up and checked it out, and so far I think it's pretty cool. And I think you will too. I just wanted to go over a few things real quick in this video to kind of, get you in the loop and see, what you think of it. So anyhow, let's check it out. Here's the intro. This intro really reminds me of the SEGA CD Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't know if you've seen that intro, but it's pretty cool. It looks very like the classic version of it and everything, and I really like what they're doing, where they're going with the animations and everything. Also, I noticed that there's not a lot of like corny voiceovers or anything. They're just the character, and they just use more of like actions and gestures to kind of express themselves. And it looks like the Chaos Emeralds play a big part in this as well, which is great. And again, I just really like the art style of this. This is really cool. And sometimes the animations, they kind of look like the old original Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon from when we were kids. So I really like that too. We got that classic title screen with the Sonic popping up. That's awesome. Love it. So what's really cool is you can play as any of these characters here. You got Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, which is really cool. And another cool thing about this is I read that it has co-op, which is amazing. That's great. And I think it said 4-player co-op, which, yes, thank you, Sega, thank you. So you can see, like I said, there's really no like voice acting or anything. It's just the characters. There's not a huge storyline. It's just like your traditional Sonic storyline, like Dr. Robotnik's doing something bad again. Sonic's gonna stop him with the help of his friends. It's perfect. We don't need these in-depth Sonic voices and and it just all these other characters that are just so deep. It gets, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Those kind of rub me the wrong way. While this one is just got that classic feel to it, but it's got that modern flair, which this is exactly the Sonic I've been waiting for. You guys know I'm a huge Sega fanboy, always have been, but this is great. I mean, look at that style. So gameplay is exactly what you'd expect. It's a Sonic game. It controls great. Each character has their own like cool little perks and abilities. The levels are perfect. The first one's that kind of Green Hill looking zone. There's all kinds of different zones. There's like a jungle zone, a sand kind of desert thing. There's like space. I don't want to show you everything and just like spoil it for you. It's more fun to see it for yourself. But we're going to look at a few of the things in gameplay here, and you'll see, it runs pretty much the same as a nice side-scroller Sonic game. It's not super 3D or anything, although there are some 3D elements to it. But, I mean, it's great. Just check it out. It's fun. There's a lot of little challenging spots. They put in those little bounce traps like they used to. Stuff like that. There's a lot of nods to the old Sonic. But, again, they've introduced some new stuff. So, it's a nice, refreshing take on it. And I can't wait to finish this game. It's fantastic. I can't put it down. So what's nice is, like, the boss fights and the little cutscenes and all that. Very reminiscent of the original. That awesome music gets y'all hyped up. You gotta figure out how to, defeat the boss. And right now I'm just kind of playing real quick through it just to kind of show you. And you can see it's very, very similar to the classic Sonic stuff. It's great because it has that nice feel and really good graphics. And I'm really enjoying the boss fight elements of it too. Sometimes I get a little frustrated and I'm like, man, how do I beat this guy? It's not fair. And I'll realize it's actually not that hard. I just need to figure out his pattern and when to, attack. Just like the classic games. They really got this one right. So you'll see, like, I'm using that little special power Sonic has, and each character can get these special powers as you collect Chaos Emeralds in those special stages. And you take those special powers and you use them in the boss fights, whatever you want, but they come in really handy. So it's a nice little new, add-on to the classic idea. So it's not over the top. It's perfect. It kind of gives you that leverage to feel like you can make it, with those special abilities and these new levels and everything. And it works out really great. Like this one lets you send a bunch of like hologram Sonics towards your enemy, and they just keep hitting them. It's really nice, and I like it. So here you can see the jungle level. There's a lot of nods to the old Sonic. It kind of has that like Sonic and Knuckles feel to it in this one to me, because there's like things you can bounce off of and stuff. There's a lot of vines. So there's like nods to the older games. And you guys know I love Sonic and Knuckles. But like this level was pretty enjoyable. It can get kind of hard, but man, was it fun. I think it's called Speed Jungle. It's really good. So besides the like, you know, the special levels where you go and get the Chaos Emeralds, there's also these like portals that open, and you go in there and you like fall and try to get rings as quick as you can. So it's kind of a cool little, you know, secondary little bonus level. It kind of adds more a change to the pace. I like it. Was it necessary? I don't know. I think so. I think it's cool. What do you think? Leave a comment below and let me know what you think about it. Some of the boss fights are a little, again, challenging, but they're supposed to be. You got to figure out the patterns and everything. And again, I'm just playing through this really quick. But yeah, some of them are really tricky, and you got to figure out exactly what it is you need to do. It's not obvious at first, but there'll be little hints along the way. So like with this wasp thing I was fighting, it was pretty crazy, but I ended up getting it in the end. The one thing I'm really noticing is the music. It's so good. It has that awesome Sonic feel to it. They did a great job with the music in this one. I think it's one of the better Sonics lately has come out with music. Music-wise, it's good, and it feels right. You know, I feel like I got a new Sonic game on Genesis all over again. The gameplay, again, I can't say it enough. It's so much fun. Good music. Good gameplay. Controls are great. Each character has their own, you know, perks and abilities that you can try out. I'm telling you, man, this game's great. This boss in particular, I guess it would be like a mini boss, really reminded me of the old Sonic games with those, you know, Dr. Robotnik, robotic arm things coming out grabbing, you know, Matrix robot-looking arm grabbers coming out and, you know, fighting with those. Hey, that's really reminiscent. Especially his entrance there was really reminiscent of like Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 2, just, you know, all those cool boss fights. It's great. There's some nice variations on the levels, different mechanics in each one, which makes them all unique. You're really encouraged to explore too, which is cool. I mean, there's so many levels to go through, like as in the level. There's like, you know, way up, way down, in the middle. There's things everywhere. And again, they did a really great job at just making each world, or zone, I should say, you know, just great. And I'm digging the way they did it. I like that there's a world map too you can return to, you know, and go back and play levels if you want to. So yeah, nice. Here you see me playing as Tails, and again he has his own special ability, which is he can fly because, you know, he's got those tails. And yeah, I mean it's a different gameplay. You play different. So I think it's got some replayability because of that, because you can go back through and play as those characters, and it feels different. And, you know, you play that character different, which really adds to the, you know, element of gameplay. Clever idea. And the fact that you can play co-op, you know, with 4 friends and you can be the whole team, that's just phenomenal. You can play the entire campaign, it said, with those 4 characters. I mean, that's wonderful. And they can drop in and drop out. It doesn't matter. You can keep playing. Super awesome. SEGA really nailed it with this one. And you got Knuckles. You can see how he plays right there. Pretty much the same as Knuckles in all the other games. He's got that glide and the wall climb, which in Sonic and Knuckles, I love that. You know, it's one of his known moves, just like, Sonic's got a spin dash, and Tails can fly, well, Knuckles, he's got his glide and climb still, which is great. Good job. And you got Amy, who's got like a hammer, spin attack. Super powerful. I think she might be the easiest to play with, to be honest, but it's a cool character either way, and I played through a little bit with her, and it was, again, a different approach on how you play, so each character is a little bit different. I still prefer either Sonic or Knuckles, but hey, it's cool that it's there. So I just wanted to put it out there that don't skip this one. I know we've had a lot of so-so Sonics. There was a few good ones. This one, I would not pass on. Sonic Superstars is definitely something I wouldn't wait on. It's a great game, especially if you're looking for something co-op. That's cool too. Couch co-op. Or if you're just looking for a new Sonic to play and you want to get back into it because you played it when you were a kid or something, or you just like Sonic, like me. This is a good one. This is a good one. Please, please, please play this game if you're into Sonic. You will appreciate what they've done. I haven't been this excited about a Sonic, in a while. So check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. What do you think of Sonic? What do you think of this new one? Let us know. Thanks for watching.